Hi guys, welcome to the Fighters channel. Francis Ngannou. Anthony Joshua won't get back up from canvas against me like Tyson Fury did. Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou will meet in heavyweight clash live on Sky Sport box office on March 8th. Joshua is former WBO, WBA, IBF heavyweight champion working his way back. AFC champion Ngannou fights AJ after Tyson Fury bout. Ngannou: I don't believe AJ would take what Tyson did. Francis Ngannou has predicted that Anthony Joshua will not get back up from the canvas if the former UFC champion knocks him down as he explosively did to Tyson Fury. The Joshua and Ngannou heavyweight clash will be broadcast live on Sky Sports box office on Friday, March 8, in what will only be Ngannou's second professional boxing bout, but he almost secured one of the biggest upsets in heavyweight history in his first. Last October, Ngannou, having made his name in mixed martial arts, made his pro boxing debut against WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury in a 10-round non-title bout, with Ngannou shocking the world when he dropped Tyson Fury in the third round. Ngannou went on to lose in a split decision. Yes, I have a doubt about that, Ngannou said on The Zone when asked if Joshua could take what he dished out to Fury. Tyson showed that he is very resilient. I saw him come back from knockdowns like you wouldn't believe. So I think he's probably one of the most resistant person out there, and that's not a disrespect to AJ. I don't believe that AJ would take what Tyson did. Asked within the face-off interview whether that meant he thought Joshua did not have a chin within the sport, Ngannou replied, "Not as much as Tyson. Joshua, the former unified WBO, WBA and IBF heavyweight champion, will fight Ngannou at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia." Responding to Ngannou's comment regarding his chin, Joshua said, "Who has knocked Tyson down? So many people have knocked Tyson down. People claim he is the greatest of many generations, but I think if I box Tyson Fury, a lot of similarities will happen in the fight. So I'm not surprised at all in terms of his Ngannou style. Who Fury is, it's just a boxing match." Well done to both of them. They put on an entertaining fight, but that's in the past. That's how boxing is, and we move forward now. When asked whether he has any reservations about taking on a fight with Joshua, Ngannou said, "I asked for this fight. I watched him fight and then I made a tweet right away. Why? Because there was an opportunity and I know he was going to fight Deontay Wilder, and I saw an opportunity there. I made a tweet for this fight. I was curling for that fight. Again, this is my second boxing match, and I'm fighting one of the best, one of the top 3, after fighting another top 3, so in 2 of my fights in boxing I'm going to fight potentially the best in the world." On the undercard, after upsetting Deontay Wilder, New Zealand's Joseph Parker will take on fearsome heavyweight Zhang Jili, who twice stopped Joe Joyce last year, to win and retain the WBO interim strap. Anthony Joshua admits Francis Ngannou fight is a gimmick ahead of heavyweight clash. Joshua played down a potential crossover fight against Ngannou last year by calling it a gimmick, but he is now just weeks away from his fight against the former UFC champion. Anthony Joshua has stood by his original comments about a fight against Francis Ngannou being a gimmick. Former two-time heavyweight champion Joshua originally played down a potential fight against Ngannou, but will now face the former UFC champion on March 8th. The fight came around after Ngannou put on a stunning performance against Tyson Fury in his boxing debut, and Deontay Wilder ruined his 2-fight deal with Joshua by shockingly losing to Joseph Parker. Matchroom boss Ed Hearn, who promotes Joshua, revealed the pretty true truth on the fight just weeks after he beat Jermaine Franklin last April. "I spoke to AJ about the fight. He likes it and he gets it, but he is very focused on his boxing career at the moment. He doesn't want to derail that to do something a little bit gimmicky," Hearn said. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.